if you're the Harris campaign, you want to take the victory lap and don't do this again. Just like Trump did so well against Biden, you have a great debate. Trump had to debate Harris, right? But you have a great debate. You cannot even do better than you did last night. Don't do it again. Trump may want to debate again, obviously, but I think the margin of utility to Trump is probably really little. People know Donald Trump. It's whether they want to see him back in the office of the presidency again or not. I don't think another debate with Harris is going to move the needle on that.
Wendy, the heritage of Bloomberg and what we do at Bloomberg Surveillance is Good Morning, Matt Winkler and John Micklethwaite, is Paul Sweeney and I really try to keep the politics out of it. But the thing, Wendy, in there that just, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You go back to Smoot-Hawley 1930.
Oh boy.
Or Fordney-McCumber tariff, which my grandfather used to talk about. I mean, Wendy, come on. There is no literature that exists that says that China or Germany or Romania are going to pay a tariff. Am I right?
You are correct. And it's really important to bring back Smoot-Hawley as an example of what not to do to exacerbate any kind of economic condition, because what really sent us into a depression was that bill. And that, it is always much more expensive for the American consumer for tariffs, 1890s, 1930s, and it cost us billions of dollars when Trump had these tariffs in place in subsidies to farmers to pay them for lost product sales in China. So, it is a dangerous tool, I believe, to use sort of as a political or diplomatic weapon against a country because it backfires on the United States. And Kamala Harris was okay on that, but, there was a little bit, not much wiggle room since Biden has kept these tariffs in place for the most part.
Exactly. So if you were advising Vice President Harris, Wendy, what would you tell her about the key message between now and Election Day for her?
She had a good combination last night of particular issues that are on the ballot, for example, in Arizona, abortion, and resonate. She threw in the fact that she was a gun owner. I think that's an important thing in states like Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and Michigan and Georgia and North Carolina, all these states, making sure that people don't believe that she is as left as Donald Trump wants to portray her to be. That is her messaging challenge. And then just retail organizational politics. There are more registered Democrats than Republicans in the country, and whether they can really turn out the vote. And that is the challenge from now until November.